welcome to episode 3 of How to Survive a Zombie Apocalypse. I'm your host, Branch Johnson, and in today's episode we're going to talk about weapons and weapon tactics and what you can do to survive a zombie apocalypse. So let's begin with our melee objects. Objects that you can find anywhere around the household. You're in a house and you need something to defend yourself. The places to look is the kitchen. There's always got to be knives in there, knives, some glass bottles that you can break, use as a sharp object. The kitchen always is a good place to start. Some houses have their own armories where you can find guns or ammo. Always make sure that the house is clear. You want to go through every room, check every nook and cranny, every closet, because you don't want to be jumped or surprised. Always watch your back. Shears. There's bigger sizes than these, but you've probably seen this in Zombieland where you just stuck it in the guy. You can do that. You can chop some limbs off. These are also great for cutting rope, and you can also get one of those ones that cut through padlocks or whatever. You may need that to get out of a sticky situation. It's small, it's compact, it's quicker to do little stabs. This is also a throwing knife, but you have to be really proficient in throwing it or you're just wasting a knife. So if you got a knife like this that's this small, you might want to go for the eyes of the zombie. Bam, just get the eyes out. Once you get the eyes out, then you can work with the rest. Steel pipe. This is just a little example of a small steel pipe. Steel pipes can be really handy for blunt, brute trauma. But remember, you always want to go for the head, because if you go for the body, or the stomach, or the legs, you're just wasting a hit. He or she is just gonna swipe at you, and you might be infected right there. It might bite you. So always go for the head. Break the jaw even, so they can't bite you. Always a kitchen knife, bread knife, anything that's stabbable. Like I said, with the small one, you want to stab the eyes or cut the head off. Some people, like myself, like to go big and get the old Bowie knife, like so. A Bowie knife comes really handy. It's heavy handle. It's got a nice handle. Good for slashing, good for stabbing. You can even throw it if you're good at it. A Bowie knife makes always a good weapon. Or a bayonet, or one of the Rambo knives. Machete. This one right here. It's smaller than your typical machete. Also has a little curve right here, so it adds more weight to the front for more downward slashes. It gives more weight to your throat. This is also throwable. I've seen it on YouTube. Typical machete. This one's good for hacking and slashing. Cut the head off, cut the arms off, cut the legs off. But always remember, kids, to sharpen it, because if you have a dull blade, you're not doing much. Your not so garden variety machetes, like this one right here. As you can see, multiple point blades here, sharp tip. This part's probably for stabbing, and this part's probably for cutting. It's also light. It almost resembles a katana. If you have a katana, good for beheading. Now, if you don't have any of these, scissors, good for stabbing. A box cutter. It's not really much for stabbing, but slice anything. Just anything you can use, you might as well use it, or you just die. At least die with a fight. Or screwdrivers, pop the eye out. A ballpoint pen. I'm pretty sure you've probably seen the Bourne Identity. He had a pen that he just used and stabbed the guy in the hand. But remember the trick. Go for the eyes. Take the eyes out before they take you out. Hello, and welcome to the gun portion of our episode. Branch Johnson. Now, guns are always a mainstay of defense, a zombie apocalypse. But as you see in most movies, people always seem to aim for the bodies. You know, I mean, I never quite got why they aim for the bodies. I mean, the head's the perfect place to hit, you know, or at least the, you know, the legs to slow them down or whatever. If you don't feel compelled to, you know, shoot your neighbor or family member or friend or even girlfriend in the head. So, you know, I mean, that's a more humane way of doing it. But, you know, I don't ever understand why they aim for this area right here. Arms, chest. Gotta get the head or the legs. Something to either slow them or permanently stop them. The semi-automatic handgun. Now, what's so good about it is it holds a lot of rounds, you know, for, you know, a handgun. Some hold up to maybe 15 rounds, depending on the caliber of the bullet. Some people like to use revolvers, less rounds, but they hold bigger rounds. The bigger, the better, I would say. You know, you may get off 6 shots, but you can shoot 6 different zombies in the head, and they're gone. They're done. So, and then reload. So, a revolver is a good weapon, but I would use that, you know, last, as a last-ditch effort. What's good about a semi-automatic pistol is that it's quicker to reload. You know, you always have the magazine. You drop it, pull it in, pull back the chamber, and you start firing again. That's what makes a semi-automatic a good sidearm. So you have your Berettas, you got your 1911s, you know, you got your Glocks, you know, you got many different varieties of handguns out there. I say, you know, it doesn't matter what kind it is, as long as it shoots, and shoots straight. Assault rifle. This is you're based off your M4, you know, like in Call of Duty. You know, that gun holds about 30 rounds, I believe. Straight, shoot straight. It's not as powerful as like the AK-47, which is more powerful but doesn't shoot as straight. But, you know, I mean, this is usually your standard weapon that you can probably find out there. Great for distance and for mowing down as many zombies as you can. But carry 2. One over the shoulder behind me and one in the front. Because you never know when you might not have enough time to reload, you know. Or you want to do the 2 guns, blazing type, Tony Montana style. You know, say hello to my little friends. Back. Do that. It's all up to you, John Wayne Rambo. Grenades, grenade launchers, flamethrowers, rocket launchers, RPGs, ray guns. Basically, whatever you can find is a good weapon to keep you alive. To stay alive, you need a weapon, because if you're a pacifist, they won't hold back when it's their time to come after you. Well, that's it for today's episode, and stay tuned for the movie Resident Evil coming out. And I hope this helped a little bit. I know there's a lot of YouTube videos out there with a lot better, you know, graphics and whatnot. Most of them are like top 10 tips that rules, top 10, top 5 rules that you should do when, you know, when dealing with a zombie apocalypse. Mine is just all about equipment. Equipment is what makes you live longer. Because you always need something in your bag. You always need an item. Herbs, a red herb, green herb, blue herb, mix it all together, and life is given to you. If you don't know what that is, that's a little Resident Evil game, you know, Easter egg there. So this is Branch Johnson saying, fight the good fight. Also look out for my movie review for Resident Evil coming out later on the Big Movie Critic channel. So this is Kaizen18 or Branch Johnson saying, fight the good fight. Thanks for watching. Semper Fi. And always remember to check your weapons. Remember to have extra ammo when needed. Ammo is your best friend. Like I say, the bigger the better. So if you have a cannon around there, put this bad boy in it and just press fire. Right?